in today's video, I'm going to cover some helpful VS Code extensions for coding front-end Shopify. So obviously, to use these extensions, you're going to already have needed to integrate VS Code and GitHub with Shopify. And there should be an annotation popping up now where you can watch that and then come back here. Okay, so the first VS Code extension you're actually going to want is called Shopify Liquid. Shopify actually authors this one themselves. Essentially what it does is it just gives you a bunch of helpful little features when you get into VS Code, such as syntax highlighting, documentation on hover, code completion and documentation, code formatting, code navigation, auto closing pairs, and theme checks. And so this is really just going to help you when you are coding your Shopify site. And it's also just going to help you out occasionally, right? You'll forget what certain filters or what certain tags do and whatnot. And so this is just going to be right there where you can hover over things and you can see the documentation for them. The second one is very similar to this, actually. It's called Shopify Liquid Template Snippets. And so this just includes a bunch of different snippets you can start typing in and it will auto-complete them. Obviously, the extension before also has some of these. This just has an expanded set of those. And so I find both of them helpful. And so the third extension you're actually going to want to download is called GitLens. And so GitLens actually has a ton of different features. The one that I find most helpful actually is the one that's showing on the screen right now, where it will show you for each line in your code when that line was last changed and who changed it and what the commit message was for changing it. This can be helpful if you're coding with a team of developers to be able to tell who committed what. So another extension I want to cover is called CSS Peak. And so what you'll notice in this video right here is when you hover over classes in your Liquid files, it's going to go ahead and pop up with a nice little info bubble that basically includes the rule that class is impacted by and what styles are applied because of that class to this element. And then you can go ahead and follow that actually into your CSS files and then quickly edit if you need to edit those styles. So just super helpful. I've worked with Shopify themes before where the CSS file is like 17,000 lines or whatever, and obviously you can search through it with Control F or whatever, but this just a lot of times is much quicker. And so finally, the fifth extension, it's not really an extension, it's a theme actually. It's the GitHub dark theme. Going forward, if you're wondering what theme you're using in your videos, that's going to be the theme. And I just like this one. It's very pleasing on the eyes. Okay guys, so those are the 5 extensions I wanted to cover. There's obviously a lot more extensions I use, like GitHub Copilot, etc. These are just sort of more critical to Shopify and they're also unpaid, so I just wanted to cover them in this video. Let me know if you want me to do another video about my entire extension setup and go a little bit more in depth with that, and I'd be happy to do that for you guys, and I will see you in the next video.